Hello my dears and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video I'm going to show you this beautiful watercolor palette from Lucas. It's from the series 1862, which is a professional series of watercolors. And this box in particular has 24 half pans. I really love the color selection, and now I'm going to show you how I'll use them to create 6 different skin tones with only very few colors. And this illustration is an illustration I did for the International Women's Day, which I've posted on my Instagram, and there is also a contest on my Instagram. You can participate going on my post where you can see this illustration and also the rules, and you may be chosen among my followers to be as a model for me, and I'll paint your portrait and I'll post it on my Instagram. So if you want to be one of my models, and if you want to have your portrait in my style, you can participate to this little contest on my Instagram. So I mainly use only 3 colors for the skin tone, and in this case I want to obtain a light reddish skin tone, so I use some alizarin crimson and yellow ochre and a bit of cyano. And in the second skin tone I want to obtain a more yellowish color, so I add more yellow ochre and a little bit of alizarin crimson and then a little bit of cyano. In the first skin tone I've used the same colors, and I've used pretty much the same quantity of red and yellow because I wanted to obtain like a neutral skin tone. While for the other 3 darker skin tones I'm going to use 3 different colors. In particular I'll use the English red because it's warmer red and it's darker, and then I'll use also the yellow ochre and the Prussian blue. In the last one, which is the darkest skin tone, I'm using the raw umber, Prussian blue and English red. So these are the main colors that I'm going to use for all my skin tones, and I'm starting with the Asian skin tone. So I recreate the color. I usually do some swatches because I want to test colors before using them on the final illustration. So after I've decided which colors I'm going to use for the final color, then I recreate it using the same combination. So in this case I use some alizarin crimson and a bit more yellow ochre and cyano. I tested the color on a piece of paper because I have to see how the color will turn out on the paper, and then I apply it on this first girl face. As you can see, I tend to spread a lot of color and to use it diluted with water because skin must be built with layers. I think it's really important to maintain that kind of delicacy of the skin, and you don't want to paint a very thick layer of color and let it there as it is. So you want to do more layers, and I first do a transparent layer on each skin. As you can see, I am already doing the second face. It's like a Mexican girl, so I'm using the skin tone obtained with the English red, yellow ochre and cyano. And I also paint in a very transparent way. I love playing with my brush and see how I can underline the shadows. As you can see, some parts of the face are let more light because I want to create a 3D dimension, so I don't paint an only layer on all the face. Don't spread the color in the same way all over the face, but I let some lighter points. And I've used as reference a photo from Yulia Gorbachenko. She's a really famous photographer, and I let her Instagram account here below because I want you to see her beautiful photos. I think she also works for Vogue magazine, and if you're interested in fashion illustration, you can have some inspiration there. And even if I've used this reference, I wanted to add something from my imagination. So I changed something in their gazes, and I've also changed, I think, one or two girls. I wanted to create my illustration, so to add my style and my creativity, even if I took a photo as a reference. And I think this is a really important exercise if you want to practice with your creativity and in imagination. And my favorite skin tone and my favorite result on this illustration is definitely the darker skin tone I'm painting in this moment. I really love how it turned out, and I stayed a lot on this skin tone because I wanted to define the details, and I wanted to take care of each detail in order to see if I could obtain a realistic result. So these are my favorite color combinations for skin tone, but if you have your own color combination for skin, then let me know in the comments below, because I'd be very happy to try out new combinations and new colors. Regarding Luca's watercolors, I can say that I really love using them in my illustrations because they are really playful, bright, soft. They blend together very well, and they're also a bit opaque. And this kind of effect, I think, is really suitable to the illustration field. So if you are looking for some watercolors that are a bit opaque and that have some bright colors, because you maybe need to do some children illustration, then I think Luca's watercolors can fit your requests. So as you can see in my illustration, I also obtained some transparencies, and this is because I mixed the colors with a lot of water, so you can obtain both effects, opacity and transparency. If you want to see more of my work, and if you want to have some updates on the illustration process and on my learning process, you can follow me on Instagram. I let you the link in the description below, and I also hope that you can follow me here on YouTube. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can click on the ring button so you can be updated with the new videos. And in the next video I'm going to share some other tips and knowledge, and I hope to see you there. So have a nice day and a nice week. Bye bye.